It's our last day at the Chapel Lane Caravan and Motorhome Club site. So this morning we're off to That Funky Golf Place, which is an indoor crazy golf venue and is behind the Beckett's Farm Shop complex at the roundabout that you turn off of the A435 to get to the club site from. It's very close, but although you can't cut through the fields, it's about a half-mile walk around, back up Chapel Lane itself and then onto Mill Lane, and then the entrance is just before the massive roundabout. Okay, so step up onto the X and get started. Put your ball on the cross. That's it, and then stand on whatever side you want. Okay, next player. Put your ball on the X, and then you've got to get it to the other end. So you're going to need to count your shots up. So to avoid falling foul of any copyright issues with the background music here, I'll stop waffling and just show you us playing some of the holes. Now prepare yourself for the best trick shot in the history of mummies playing crazy golf. So a quick cuppa and a spot of lunch in the bar area, and then a wander around the farm shop as we've run out of jam, and then back in the car to head to the National Motorcycle Museum. As I think I mentioned in a previous video, this place is on the NEC's M42 roundabout, so you might recognise these roads. It's a very minor turn off though, off of the roundabout itself, and it's directly on the roundabout, compared to, for example, the M42 north or south turnings, or indeed the A45 or the NEC junctions. Although it is there, but it means it's not marked on the lanes on the road level themselves. So use the leftmost of the M42 south markings, and be careful not to miss the turn. So here we are. There's a mix of free and paid for displays. Neither of the boys are particularly into bikes, so we're going to check out the free ones first and see if I can whet their appetite to look a bit further. Let's go. Cool. Look at that.
This is literally the only motorcycle.
Yes, that's why it's called the National Motorcycle Museum.
What is the definition of a motorcycle?
So this place has a really odd feel to it, actually. A lot of the building is dedicated to the National Conference Centre, so it feels really like a 1980s or 90s sort of red brick, carpeted patterned corporate sort of space. And yet here on the ground floor is a huge collection of bikes from throughout the ages, still in a building that has that corporate conference centre feel to it. Interesting. I guess, though, that this area is synonymous with vehicles and racing and so on, so maybe having income from a conference centre to support a museum in an easy-to-reach location near such an important exhibition venue was an absolute stroke of genius. Anyway, we're here to appreciate the bikes, not to ponder about how they got here, so here's what we saw. So that's just a really quick whiz through the free things they've got on display. There are 4 more halls, I think, packed to the gunnels with the most amazing bikes. It's truly a fantastic collection. So if you're even remotely into bikes, definitely go. In the end, the boys weren't happy with the free bit of the exhibition space, but I think we made a good contribution to the coffers of the museum itself in the cafe and through the gift shop, which more than made up for not going into the paid bit.
To make your own motorcycle.
One thing I try not to do with the kids whenever I bring them to these sort of attractions is to force them to trudge around when they aren't really interested. Of course, if I were a total bike nerd, then they have to, but that's about respecting other people's interests. As I tell them, I had to endure nasty, humid, soft play areas and sticky floored parties when they were tiny, so now it's their turn to pay back. But anyway, if neither parent is particularly fussed, then we don't force them to go around these things, because what we don't want to do is turn them off for life. But instead, what we try and do is show them lots and lots of different things in the hope that their interest will be piqued at something, and then they'll develop their own fascinations and hobbies and so on. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed watching. Please press those thumbs up and subscribe buttons if you did, and thanks for watching.